We gotta get rid of these.
No, I save all of these under bloopers.
Oh my god, there's gonna be like 1,000 hours of them.
I think they're already like I think 40 hours. Or not 40, like 4 hours.
Of bloopers? Oh my god, we're in trouble. Holy shit. 4 hours?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, I'm Mike.
I'm John.
This is, welcome back to Psycho Juice Box. This is B-News. And this is an absolutely terrible film. A Body at Brighton Rock.
This movie has...
It's on Hulu.
Many poor ratings.
Oh.
Many of them saying this is about a stupid girl who is stupid and continually does stupid things.
Yes, and that's exactly what she does.
And while sounding mildly sexist, now that I'm saying it out loud, is true.
Yes, yeah. It doesn't matter if she's a female or if she's a male. This character is terrible.
The main character in this movie
terrible.
Is so frustrating.
Oh, God. I don't think I've been so frustrated at a movie in a long time.
And like at first I thought maybe it's just because I'm a Boy Scout, but no, it's just it's just because she's stupid.
Yes, it's a lack of
listening skills. I guess basic human instinct.
Yeah.
Like, why would you just hang out by a dead body all
night? I don't know. And your brain is going to play tricks on you no matter what.
Well, yeah.
And your brain is going to play tricks on you even more when you see a fucking dead body.
Especially when you sit around and stare at the dead body all night. Anyway, let's talk about what this movie is about.
Yeah.
This movie is about a very stupid person.
Yes, back to the stupid person. Stupid person named Wendy.
Yep. Who works at like a park, like a national park.
Yeah, park.
Like a forest.
Yep.
A national forest, probably. Park.
Yeah, a lot of parks. Yep. Where does she work?
I don't know.
Oh, I mean, does she work
Kentucky?
She works in a park?
Wait, no, I'm thinking of Pelt.
No, we don't really know where this is at. We watched a lot of movies today, people. Bear with us.
we filmed 2 rounds of box set tournament.
We did. So we watched 4 movies with hosts, but yeah. We watched this pile last night. And we said we gotta film on this.
Well, this was a movie we were supposed to watch during our weekend PlayStation movie nights.
Yep.
Where we watched movies together with a bunch of people over PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
And this is one that Savannah picked.
Yep.
That we just never got around to watching.
No.
So we all decided to watch it last night.
Yep.
You know, just for some fun.
Sure. Yeah, shits and giggles. And
just to watch a movie.
We had no giggles and
there were some giggles, but a lot of. I don't think I've I don't remember who it was. One of the quotes from the last night was I don't think I've ever facepalmed so many times during a movie.
I think that was Savannah. I think that's who it was. Okay, so back to the synopsis. So.
Oh right. So she's going around and doing flyers because her job is to like staple.
Right.
Or post, like, be careful of bear attacks, the like little signs that say, or papers, flyers. They call them flyers.
They're flyers.
All right.
Yep.
That are like, beware of bear attacks. These are dangerous plants to stay away from. Like just
fire safety.
All
don't
that
do
kind of
anything
stuff.
stupid.
Right. But she switched. I don't remember this from the beginning of the movie. But later on, she's telling Kevin over the walkie-talkie, or the ham radio, or whatever it is, that she switched with Maya.
Yes, she did.
And she's technically not supposed to be on those trails.
No, because, I mean, I don't know if she barely started, or she does kid trails, or, I mean, she basically really doesn't give a shit about her job. Because she's always late. I mean...
Yeah,
she's always late.
When she shows up, she's late.
Yeah, that's what two of her coworkers said, and Maya, one of the, basically the chick that she switched with, that you're always late. So she obviously doesn't care.
Yeah.
And so they switch. So she's on a more hazardous trail.
Yeah.
A strenuous trail.
Like a bigger, deeper trail.
Oh, yeah.
I think they said it's a trail that goes deeper into the forest.
Yeah, yeah. And usually with those trails, there's not going to be many posts, or it really looks like you're just walking off.
I've never been on a trail that was like that, though. Like, almost all of the deep trails, like, because they go so deep in the woods, they're usually, like, posted better, you know?
Right, as they should be.
Because otherwise you'll get lost.
Right.
Like, the kiddie trails, you don't have to mark them quite as heavily.
Sure, well, of course.
I mean...
Because there's always usually a lot of people on those.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be the more popular trails, since it's easier.
Immediately, she annoys the piss out of everyone because she's going through this forest
with headphones
on, blaring music.
I mean, why do you do that?
That's so dangerous. She's literally, like, posting flyers that are just like, beware. Yeah. And I think it's supposed to be, like, irony or funny, but it's just frustrating.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it's awful. It is so frustrating. Because you're thinking to yourself, anything could be behind you, be beside you, be crawling up to you. If it's a snake, or if it's a bear, it could
literally
be lurking.
all of the tells of dangerous animals that are out there are audible, so you don't do that.
Yeah. Well, let me see. I'm gonna blare my music even more now.
Or like if you are gonna listen to music, you need to keep like one of your ears open so you can hear.
Yeah.
But no. There's even a part where like another forest guy.
Yeah, Davey,
and everyone. It seems
like idiot Davey.
Seems like everyone's supposed to think he was creepy, but really like he just jump scares out from behind a rock, and she's like, "Jesus, Davey, you scared the shit out of me."
Yeah, no shit, you dummy.
And he's just like, "I called your name 3 times."
Right, no shit, dummy. Yeah, I mean, take out your headphones. You're in the woods.
Yeah.
I mean, duh. And not only that, when you're listening to music, you lose sense of direction because you're listening to music.
Yeah.
You're not focusing on your area. You're focusing on your music. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get lost if you don't know your way around.
Yeah.
Because your depth perception is not where you're at. It's right here.
Yeah.
See, just even talking about this gets you frustrated.
No, this is the least of the frustrating things in the entire movie.
I know, but it's
literally...
I mean, how bad is that, though? I can feel my blood pressure already rising.
We're gonna have a heart attack right here.
Oh, fuck you, Wendy. No, but she's just so stupid. But so basically, she gets lost, and then she finds the dead body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she gets lost, and then she's like, "Oh no, where am I?" And then she finds the dead body. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought something happened in between that pissed us off.
John, this whole movie pissed us off.
Just Wendy.
Just everything about it.
Wendy is just a walking face.
Oh, she's awful.
It's the worst.
She's awful.
I don't think I've ever watched. It was like this in the open house.
Oh, you know what happened that pissed us off? She tripped and fell.
Oh.
And it was right near the body.
Yeah.
And then she moves the body to check if it's alive.
No, that didn't piss us off. Because she was just like, "Hey, are you okay?" And then, like, he fell over, and then she saw that he was dead.
Yeah, but she turned the dead body, and then she goes up to the rock. But what does she do before that rock? She leaves her shit on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
So she leaves all of her food there. She leaves her whole pack there.
No. What happened before that was when she climbed up that peak.
Oh, that's right. And then
she climbed up
realizes
this rock, and she's like
at.
sitting there, and she's taking selfies.
Yeah,
on the
that's
rock,
right. That's
she's
right.
like, "Look, I'm up at Hitcher Peak or whatever it's called."
Whatever the fuck it is.
And they're just like, "That's not what that is." Mm-hmm. And then they're like, "Where are you?"
Yeah. And then her phone is, of course, dying.
Well, yeah, because she's been listening to music all day.
Of course. And then back to the body.
Yeah, and then some stuff happens. She stumbles across a body.
Yep.
And so she goes up on a peak right by the body.
Yep.
Like, because she's up on that peak. That's the peak that she climbed. And she's like, "Look at where I am." And then she looks down and she sees someone down there.
Yep.
And she goes down there and she like tries to like move him to be like, "Are you okay?" And
Yeah.
then it's very obviously a corpse.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Another thing that the movie doesn't follow, that body would be reeking of rigor mortis.
Yeah, they say he's been there for days.
Yes, days in the sun. I mean, come on.
I mean, it's in a forest, but like he's on a rock.
Yes.
Like
Mm-hmm.
he's on a rock that's like has some. I mean, it's not. It's one of the open areas of the forest.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so she goes up on the peak and then she talks to Kevin on the ham radio.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kevin basically tells her, secure the perimeter and don't leave that location. We're not going to be able to get to you till morning.
Yep.
We're not going to be able to leave till morning, so it would probably be early afternoon. And then she starts freaking out.
She's like, well, why can't you come and get me now? And he's just like, it'll take 6 hours to get to your location, and it's like 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And the sun's gonna go down in like 2 hours. We can't have people just fumbling around the forest at night.
Right.
And I'm like, of course you can't. And he's like, don't worry, your pack has everything in it that you need to stay overnight in place.
Right.
And I'm just like, well, then what's the problem? Like you're set.
Yes.
All of the things that usually you would have to worry about in this situation, you do not have to worry about.
Right.
So.
And what does she do?
Buckle down. So what does she do? What does she do? Immediately goes and starts fucking around with the body.
Yep.
Wanders off into the woods, finds what we assume is that guy's tent.
I would imagine that's his tent. Yeah.
And
then she finds a lighter, light my fire.
Yeah. She finds a lighter and some stuff because she dicks around and she goes into the tent.
Yes. And
the whole time we're like, why are you doing this? Go back to where he was.
Yes. And doesn't she obviously realize that could be evidence if he was killed?
Later on, she's like, went and I found a tent, and he's like, oh, you didn't touch it, did you? And she's like, yeah, I like looked around to see if anyone was inside, and he literally audibly sighs at her.
Yeah. And she's like, you could have,
he's like,
that
could have been a crime scene. Mm-hmm. You could have just contaminated evidence. Yeah. And she's like, well, you said he probably just fell. And he's like, yeah, 9 times out of 10 that's what happens. Yeah. But, like, what if it was something else?
Well, of course. Why are you dicking around with that anyways? You have everything you need in that bag.
Well, because she still left the bag by the body. Oh. She doesn't go back until after she dicks around in the camp. She doesn't grab that bag again until after she climbs down from the peak, decides to go and dick around with the campsite, and then comes all the way back.
That's true, because that really makes sense, hey? Yeah. Now let's go dicking around over here. It's just so frustrating. And then what does she do, John? And then after that, she decides to make camp.
She dicks around with the body some more.
Yep. And she decides to make
camp. Not on the peak.
Not on the peak where they said.
No, they didn't necessarily say to stay on the peak. They just said stay in that general. They said stay where you are, which at the time was on top of the peak.
Yeah.
But what I saw was a peak that's an elevated area where animals probably won't get to you.
Right.
There's nothing food-wise around you.
Right.
You just stay up there, start a little fire up there, and then they can see your fire, because you can actually see because it's elevated.
Yes.
So if you have your fire there, it'll be elevated so people can see it easier.
Well, of course.
Well, she decides to set up a fire right next to the fucking body.
Yeah, next to the
just
body.
Hang out with the body.
Why? Why would you do that? How does that make any sense?
Because I just love the stank of corpse.
I mean,
what
makes...
cuddling up to it at night.
I mean, what does she think, that the corpse is going to move? Does she think that it's going to all of a sudden get up and
first
walk?
off, I don't care what happens. Not sleeping next to a corpse, especially not in the woods.
Right.
Especially not in an area where they said that's a bear active area.
Yeah. Yeah, not only bears, but they got mountain lions, cougars.
Yeah,
I mean,
they talked about all of these animals that are in the forest at the time.
I mean, what? How does that make any fucking sense? Why would you do that if you're a character? Why? I just don't understand the writers of this film. I mean, does he think that obviously people who watch these movies are that stupid, or what?
I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe he's stupid.
I believe he is. I believe he is.
Or maybe it was just like, it doesn't matter because horror movie characters are stupid and that's what makes it scary.
That person should never make a horror movie.
Is that
again.
like you should be scared for the people because they're dumb, and it's like no,
no,
that's not how it works.
No,
it's just like all right, let them die, I guess.
Yep. It's just, and then she has dreams when she falls asleep that the body is now a zombie.
Well, they don't outright say that it's a dream, but it's a dream.
Yeah, well, of course. You can tell.
I want to say 2 separate zombie dreams, and this is after we meet Red.
Yes, Red, who is the guy with the flannel, and
yeah, he's got red flannel, and his name is Red.
Yeah,
and it's right after she's like, you just said there, like she sees that he's down there, and he's like looking down at the body and like messing with the body, and he's just. And she calls up and she's like, there's a guy, and he's like...
Yeah, she calls up Kevin.
Yeah, she calls up Kevin, and she's like, there's a guy, and he's going to mess with the body. And he's like, well, do your job and keep him away from it.
Yeah, no shit. And then she gets scared, and then she says...
And then she's like, how am I supposed to go up and talk to this person when you said there could be a murderer?
Yeah.
And, like, it echoes through the whole place, and he just, like, looks up at her.
Yeah. And it kind of had a little bit of Kubrick, where they kind of like doing the shuttered zooms and then the shutter pans. Yeah. I mean, they tried with that. But then obviously she gets scared and then she loses her radio.
Yeah.
Her radio breaks.
She accidentally drops her radio and it breaks on the peak.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she has zombie dreams and
she talks to Red, and Red is just like, hey, I have a cell phone just like this one.
Yeah.
Like, pulling stuff out of the pockets of the body, and like, I have a cell phone just like this one. I forgot mine at home, though.
Yep.
And like...
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff like that.
Yeah. And he's kind of like the red herring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, oh, look at this walking red herring. Yeah. And they were like, his name's literally Red.
It's like, oh, thanks, writer and director. Thanks for that. Because that isn't obvious enough.
Yeah.
And then now the zombie dream.
Yeah, and then she has zombie dreams. She has 2 separate ones.
Yep. And then the second one she uses bear mace, and then she walks into the bear mace, and then she has to put water in her eye.
I thought that was real.
No, remember she saw the zombie get up, or Red get up, the body, and then she thinks it's going to come after her, and then she sprays the bear mace?
Yeah.
That wasn't real.
But she was low on bear mace before the time later.
Well, she used the bear mace, but she didn't. She thought it was the body.
Yeah. Like she actually walked.
Oh
through
yeah.
The bear mace.
She literally did. No, I mean she literally walked through it.
She maced herself with bear mace.
Like a fucking idiot. Once again, Wendy is an idiot.
She looked into the wind and sprayed mace right into her own face.
Brilliant stuff. And then it becomes light outside, and then we get the bear attack.
What? Wow, we jumped. Like, yeah, there are a bunch of. There's not really a lot that happens.
No, there's nothing that really. I mean, she falls, hits her head.
Oh yeah, she fell and hit her head. Oh, Red comes back later.
Yeah,
and
that's right. Yeah. Then Red comes back, and then
she's trying to climb up to the peak, and he's like, "Don't!" and like grabs her leg, and she kicks him in the face, and he falls to his death.
Yep. And
then there's a bear fight.
There's a shitty, pathetic bear fight.
The CGI bear in this movie looked better than the CGI bear in The Revenant.
It was not as good as a fight.
This movie was. Yeah, that's because the bear didn't just like eat her. That was the only good part of that movie.
That's a very good movie.
That is a boring ass
Leo
movie.
100% deserved the Oscar.
Leo 100%. Did fucking nothing in that
movie. You're crazy.
I'm not crazy.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
It's so boring.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
I hate that movie.
I'm sorry you do, but it is a good movie. See, this is what we like about Psycho Juice Box. We have different opinions.
You're so wrong about that.
I am so right.
You know, in the real story of Hugh Glass that The Revenant is based on.
What?
when he gets there to kill that guy, the army says he's not allowed to kill him because he's joined the army. So if he kills him, then he'll be hanged. So instead, they just sit down and they talk, and then he's like, "Well, I just want all the stuff that you stole from me back." So he just gives all the stuff back, and then they separate, and they never see each other again.
Oh,
that's
so obviously the movie, does it wrong. And of course it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, overall,
I'm not surprised.
Generally, the story itself is considered possibly fake.
Okay.
Because it's like a story that was written into the New York Times as a factual story.
Okay.
Or not the New York Times, but some newspaper.
Okay. Alright. Still a good movie. Still a good movie. Give it a second look. Yeah. Anyways, back to this.
6 hours long.
It's 2.5.
It feels like it's 6 hours long.
Oh, come on. Come on. Now, this fucking movie was an hour and a half, and it felt like 6 hours.
Was this an hour and a half?
Yeah, it was.
I thought this movie was like 80 minutes.
No. It was closer to an hour and a half. Either way. And so she fights the bear.
Yeah.
And she sprays the mace.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, no, before that, she kicks it in the eye.
She kicks it in the eye, and it just, like, freaks the fuck out.
Yeah,
Because,
it's hurt.
She kicked it in the eye.
Yeah, and it's obviously having problems with its eye.
Yeah, and it freaks out, and it scratches her leg, and she freaks out, and then she's, like, macing the bear.
Yep.
And then...
And then she sprays it up again, and then it's kind of like a little bomb. And so she puts
she breaks the cap off of it.
Right.
She breaks the cap off of it and like holds it down and then puts the lighter in front of it and just shoots fire at the bear.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
And then the bear like freaks out and then you just see like a bullet explode on the side of a tree.
Yeah.
And then she turns around and the help is there.
Oh yay, when he lives.
And then there's that my favorite part of that is just like her sitting there talking to Maya when she's getting her leg like bandaged, and she's like, "Dude, you were fighting a fucking bear."
Yeah. She proved herself, didn't she?
I guess. She literally did everything that she was supposed to do wrong, but I guess she's our hero.
Yeah,
so
she's
yay.
great. Terrible character.
And then they have the police and everything, and they're looking at the body, and they're just like, "Oh, we found his ID and his stuff up at his camp. This is Red. He's a local hunter."
Oh.
And she's just like, "Wait, what?" And they show the ID, and it's Red.
Yeah, it's the guy that she saw.
Yeah.
Yep. Ah, so maybe it's a loop movie, and she actually kicked him off.
I think that's bullshit. I don't think it's a loop movie.
I said maybe it's a loop movie. I'm trying to give it credibility. I'm trying.
I don't think you can because like the body. Like, she should have been able to look at the body and been like, "Oh, this is what that guy looks like."
Okay.
Because she stared at it enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She watched it all night.
An awful lot like him.
Yeah, that did. Yeah.
And then all the like it just flashed back to like him standing by the body, looking over the body, and then like him holding the phone and being like, "I have one just like this," and then that's it. And I was like, "So this is all you had."
That's it.
Didn't set it up too much.
That's it.
But
that's it.
I think it was more like she was just out of her fucking mind.
Of course, sure. She's getting delirious.
So she was like delirious immediately.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah. And that's that piece of shit movie.
Yeah, that's. Wow, we did plot by plot with that movie.
We did. We kind of did. We kind of did.
I guess some of them you.
Well, I think you can with this movie you kind of have to go into depth for how stupid this character is.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to go into detail why you felt like you just wanted to wring her neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of the most frustrating
is
movies I've
honestly
watched in a long time.
Yeah. This and the Open House that we watched earlier this year.
Incredibly frustrating.
Oh
movies,
my god.
And I dislike both of these movies.
Oh, it's so bad. What'd you give it on IMDb? 2?
I gave this a 2.
And it should. And it 100% should.
I gave this a 2. I was tempted to give it a 1. But
it tried in terms of like the bear shit.
Like I thought literally I gave it +1 because she fought a bear with fire.
Yeah, I thought that was one of the better scenes.
Yeah. It was the one time where she wasn't like a total dumbass.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right.
Yep.
I mean, if it was the Wendy we all knew and loved from the rest of the movie, she would have just like run at the bear and tried to like, I don't know. Well, it's also the one time she follows instructions.
Yes.
Because they
yes,
actively say if a bear comes at someone in the movie said if a bear comes at you, don't run from it because it will catch you and kill you.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that's during that weird training thing at the very beginning.
Oh,
isn't it?
when she's late.
At that meeting when she's late, and that's like the part
Yes.
that she's there for.
Yep.
So literally, like the only thing.
Yeah. So she actually followed something in the movie. Something.
She followed one rule in
one
the movie.
thing. One. And that was it. So,
this
overall...
movie's on Hulu. You can watch it.
So don't.
I guess.
Please don't. If you don't want to get frustrated and you want to watch a good movie,
on
don't
IMDb,
watch it.
this movie just has a ton of like 2s and 1s.
As it should.
Because at first I thought it was just me. It's everyone. Apparently everyone is frustrated with this movie.
Yes, you don't have to be no fucking Boy Scout to realize she's as stupid as can be.
It makes it especially easy, especially with a movie like this, where it's like, you have to survive in the wilderness, but you have 2 rules.
Yes.
You follow the rules.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
These are the things that will help you survive.
Yes.
I'm just going to ignore all of them.
Yeah. For what? For what reason? Do you have to stare at a dead body all night long?
I mean... Just to make sure I didn't fuck with the body, I would be like, I'm gonna go stand at the peak. Also, bears are out here.
Yeah, I'm getting away from here.
Gonna eat that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, later on they say that he survived the fall and he got killed by a bear.
Yeah, because there was a bear den.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There was a cave.
There's also that point where there's, like, the cave, which is the bear den.
Yeah.
And, like, she stands outside of it, and she's, like, literally about to walk into the fucking bear den.
Please, just go into the
like,
bear den. Go
why
in
are
there.
you doing that?
Just go in there. Please, just end your misery. But anyways, that's...
Fuck Wendy, fuck this movie.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, we didn't even talk about it. This wasn't even at Brighton Rock.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't even at Brighton Rock.
Yeah, so I don't even know why it's saying that. It's at Brighton Rock.
They were just like, you don't know where you are. Do you know of are there any landmarks you can see? And she's like, yeah, in the distance I can see Brighton Rock.
Yeah, in the distance. So that's not Brighton Rock.
They pointed out, like, in the
forest.
In the forest.
Yeah.
Like, out in...
Yep. Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Yeah. Way out there. Let's just basically say it's way out there.
It's literally like, you would be like this across the forest, and that's where it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's miles away.
Yeah.
Miles away. And so that's this piece of crap, so don't watch it. Please. Please don't.
The cinematography in this is alright.
It's okay.
It's pretty cool.
It's alright.
It does a lot of that stuff, like you were saying.
Yeah,
like,
it tries with that
Kubrick
stuff.
type stuff.
Yeah.
I bet the cinematographer would be really good in something that was good.
Yeah, I would think so. I would think so.
Other than that, no. Or director of photography.
Just overall a fail.
Visually, it was fine. Everything else was stupid, and I hated it.
Yeah, great writing.
The writing was bad. The acting was, I guess it was fine. There was almost no talking, so,
No.
And most of it was just her, like, staring at things.
Yeah.
So
Not staring at bodies.
I really can't tell whether or not the acting was great.
No. I don't think she was very good.
I mean, it was fine. It was passable.
Average.
Yeah. I mean, average isn't a fail, right?
As they say. Yeah, it was just okay.
As they say, C's get degrees.
Sure, aim for the stars. C's. Yes, I got a C today. But please, just don't watch this.
You can watch it on Hulu.
You can, but don't. Please, just save yourself the experience.
I mean, if you are having trouble during quarantine, maybe don't watch this.
No.
Or if you think all the people around you are really stupid, watch this movie and you'll think everyone around you is really smart.
Yeah. They'll prove you wrong.
Positives.
Yes, positives. Yes.
Also, watch The Pelt. Watch Pelt.
Yes, watch Pelt.
That's a good movie.
Yes, I don't know where you can find it, but watch it.
No idea if you can find it anywhere, but it's
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, that Dogman.
Yeah, watch Pelton Dogman.
Yep. Don't watch Hurt or Thieves.
The Eves.
The Eves.
Man, that was such a stretch for a title.
That was.
Where it's just like, they're the sinners, the Eves.
Yeah.
And then we were all like, wait, what? And we're like, oh, like Adam and Eve.
Yeah. Got it afterwards.
Because the Eves... Because Eve was the evil one.
Yes, okay. Alright. Yeah, but that's Body of Brighton Rock.
Yeah,
It's a pile.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up pile. Yep. Thank you. Anyways.
Go Saints.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep. Go Seahawks.
Yep. Alright.
Yep. Well, anyways, I'm Mike.
I'm John.
And take care.
Bye.
Wear a mask. Stay safe.
Do all the things.
Stay away from dead bodies.
Yeah, don't cuddle with dead bodies at night.
Yep.
That's
Stay in.
weird.
Stay.
What is this, necromantic?
Yeah. Oh, one of these days we're gonna have to talk about that.
Oh, we're gonna get Zach to talk about that.
Oh my God! Can you imagine how awkward that's gonna be when we watch that with him?
I'm gonna drag as many people into that as possible.
Who are you gonna drag?
We're gonna get Andrew. We're gonna get Devin.
From Japan?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll all watch it over over Discord or something.
Oh my God! They'll yank it.
Huh?
Would they yank that shit? Because it's like pornography?
No, that's not how a Discord
works.
works.
I don't know.
It would literally just be like, I'm watching it on my computer, and then everyone just joins in.
Okay, alright.
It's not like I'm live streaming it to it. It would also be a locked one, so I'm not streaming it to everyone.
Alright.
Or I'm not showing it to everyone. I think it's on YouTube. Go watch Necromantic on YouTube.
Not during this time of not during this time.
During quarantine, do it.
No, don't.
Quarantine movie.
No.
I'm not sure if they have the second one on there.
I have no idea.
I don't watch Der Todesking. That's one of the most upsetting movies I've ever seen.
Yep, 100%.
Good horror movie.
100%.
Yeah.
The guy rotting away on that bench.
Over Jesus.
Oh.
So long.
Yeah. Terrible.
Man.
Anyways, one of these days we'll watch them.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd watch it again, but I probably will.
I've watched the first one twice so far.
Oh, you have. Yes, you have. Did you make Sav watch their Toad's King too?
No.
Good job.
She refused to watch 2 or
Why is she so smart? Good for her. Why are we so dumb?
She agreed to watch the first one, but then she was like, I'm not watching that second one.
I think the second one is worse.
I just remember us watching the first one and being like, that was fun, kind of. And then we watched the second one and we were like, I feel like I'm gonna die.
I want to take a really hot shower. Like for days.
That's because the second one is... the first one is sad. Yeah. The second one is... It's just very
dark.
upsetting.
It's very dark. It's very dark.
That might... Der Todesking, though, even though it's not, like, super, super graphic, it's just... That is...
The material that it's talking about is... It's very uncomfortable.
Der Todesking is, hands down, probably the
we had what? When we watched that, we had, 5 to 10 people watching that movie. We had 3.
Yeah.
We had 3 people watching that movie.
I think it was 8 people were in the room.
Yep. And I knew it was either 5 to 10.
And at the end, there were 3 of us.
Yep.
And one of the people lived there.
So they couldn't leave.
So they couldn't leave.
I think if they had a choice, they would.
And I'm pretty sure Jenny, at the end of that episode, that literally told us, now get out of my house.
To get out of here! Please!
I was like, do we want to watch another one? And they're like, I don't think I ever want to watch a movie again.
I just want to sit in the shower for days.
Like that movie's not gross.
It's not gross. It's very uncomfortable.
It's so upsetting.
It is. It's very dark material.
We shouldn't talk about this movie anymore.
No.
It's gonna end up cursing everything.
Yeah. maybe it's gonna make Body of Brighton Rock actually good. I don't know.
All of this is what I'm gonna run the credits over.
All right, that's fine. All right, take care.
Bye.
Us talking about Derek Toad's King. There we go. Now that's some credit.